Right, guys, thought I'd talk about a few things that are going on in my life. Primarily Mary Rose stuff, really, because things there have been really kicking off because last Sunday was the last Sunday that the museum was open to the public, which kind of coincided with Les Mis being done. So the museum's was being packed away on Tuesday. The Les Mis costumes left on Monday. Yeah, basically spent a whole of Tuesday basically packing away and boxing everything up and doing a massive clear out. But out of a massive clear out, I managed to blag a few things. I managed to blag loads and loads of Mary Rose books, which will come in very handy later, including one from the head archaeologist, or one of the head archaeologists, Margaret Rule. Um, Also managed to pick up a new costume, which is in the wardrobe. It's a like a brown kirtle with a white shift. And I've also got loads of work shirts because we're changing from blues to pinks when the new museum opens, but goodness knows when we're going to get them, so having a load of blue shirts is a good idea. So yeah, I've got like loads. I kind of went overboard, but you can never have too many work shirts now. But yeah, that was quite cool. And obviously college has been quite interesting as well because now I've had my coursework organised for me. I've actually completed a piece of work for once. I'm quite happy with that. Although that said, I was supposed to have started and handed in that assignment at the beginning of the first term of the year, and I've only just completed it in the last term. Oops! But, you know, as long as I get them all done, my tutor said to me, then that's fine, so, that's fine. And I'm halfway through another assignment. Basically, I'm literally just going through everything and completing everything, like, in little baby steps. I now have to write a new screenplay as well because I explained my problem of FMP to my practical lecturer, and he actually got me teamed up with someone else who was going to have to work on their own. And we were like, no, let's just do an FMP together, which will, a problem shared is a problem halved, right? Wrong. He was determined that we would not do my chick flick idea, so we had to start again. But we've got a really cool idea now, which is basically we're doing like a horror film to do with demon possession and all the rest of it. So we're going to be like doing a huge ritual scene, and obviously that's a one that actually I've got quite a lot of experience on, making sure that we make it look as fictional as possible and doing, which basically means I'm going to have to do things that pagans are stereotypically supposed to do. So basically I've got to make it so fictional it's a joke, basically. But that'll be fine, it'll be fine. I'll hopefully be putting the video up on here once the film's been made and after the film festival and everything and everyone liked it. I'll pop it on YouTube because, yeah, it's one of those videos. But the thing is, I would have to recommend that under 18s don't watch the film because there will be bad language. There will be quite a bit of gore, a lot of killing, lots of killing, and quite sensitive issues because a couple of the people that we bump off are a bit sensitive because we're bumping off a vicar and we're bumping off a girl. So, well, a young girl about secondary school age. So, yikes. So yeah, that'll be quite cool, and that's all I'm going to tell really about Final Major Project now until we go into production stages. Then I'll let you guys know a bit more. What else can I talk about? Oh yes, I'm going to talk about next week because next week's going to be really busy because I'm taking some time off. Not just for any random reason though, so I'm not just deciding, you know what, I'm just going to take the week off. Well, it's because I'm going in on Monday. Tuesday I have my day off anyway, so I'm at work. But then on Wednesday, I'm going up to London to see Idina Menzel. I have mentioned this before, but it's on Wednesday. Oh my god, I'm so excited. For those who don't know, Idina Menzel is a singer on the West End and Broadway. She's more of a Broadway because she's American. You might recognise her as one of the characters from Glee, who plays Rachel's mum, if you guys watch Glee. You will also recognise her if you're a musical fanatic like myself that she was Maureen in Rent. She debuted that character. And she also debuted Elphaba in Wicked in 2003. So yeah, very exciting stuff. So we'll be going up to see her live in a concert called Idina and Friends, being hosted by Radio 2 with the BBC. So excited. I'm really thrilled because it's always been a dream of mine to see her live, and this is when I do a massive fangirl moment. I'm like, oh my goodness, she's such an inspiration to me because, I don't know, it's just because she looks different, she acts different, and she generally is awesome in every way. And she's played some really interesting characters that are out there, they're different, and they sort of make you think it's okay to be different. So yeah, that's why I love Idina Menzel so much, which is great. And then it's obviously going to be back in Hampshire in the early hours of Thursday morning, so I'm taking Thursday off because although Josh doesn't agree that I should, because I know that I'm going to oversleep because I'd have to be in college for 10 a.m. and, you know, 10 a.m. after coming back home at 20 past 1 in the morning just doesn't compute. It's not going to happen. So I'm like, no, just now. So I'm not bothering with college on Thursday. And on Friday, we don't get a coach until 3, but I'm taking the day off again on Fridays. I wasn't sure when the coach was, and because Josh didn't tell me until like today after I'd put the form in, so whoops. But it means I'm having Friday off as well, which I guess isn't so bad because it means I can sort of chill and sort of get myself together, and I need to be in town for 1 to meet Josh from placement, and then we're obviously going to go back to his, sort ourselves out there, and then we're going to get a coach at 3, and then we're going to go and see Rent, which is the concert version with Carrie Ellis playing Mimi, I believe. So I love Carrie Ellis as well. She was another Elphaba who I loved, so yay. She was actually the Elphaba that I saw when I first went to see Wicked, so I was like, yay. So yeah, I'm quite excited about that. I'm hoping that it's going to be totally awesome because I love Rent. I've seen the movie silly amounts of times, and I've also seen the stage version, again captured on film quite a few times, but I've never actually seen Rent live, so that'll be quite cool. And it's also a musical that Idina did. That was her debut musical as well, which is quite cool. So yeah, we're going to be doing that. And then Friday evening we're staying in London, and then obviously we're on the Saturday we're going out. We're basically going out and seeing London, so we're going to go to Trafalgar Square and play things like that, to be proper tourists before going back home in the evening. And then obviously normal Sunday and what have you. So that's next week. Yay! But the annoying thing is, and this is really annoying, work have given me this weekend off. Not next weekend off, this weekend off. Because nobody's working at all this weekend, so which will be great because I'm going to the pub tomorrow for a beer festival with a few mates straight after college. We're also going to a do for Josh's cousin's 21st, and then we're going clubbing straight after this do. So basically we're going out for a really nice meal in Southsea, and then we're going to go to a club and we're going to do a bit of clubbing. So it'll be mine and Josh's first clubbing experience, so I wonder how that's going to go. But yeah, it'll probably put me off for life, but it's worth it if I give it a go before I go to uni. I'd rather do it with people I know before I head off to uni rather than go with complete and utter strangers, so yeah. So that's this weekend. So anyway, I'm glad they gave me this weekend off, but I wish they'd given me next weekend off as well, but you know, hey ho. That's work for you. So yeah, hopefully I should have a witchy subject to talk about soon. But in the meantime, blessed be everyone, and keep it cool.